Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to another translation stream. Oh yeah. Oof. Translating. And as I'm sure you're guessing, this is going to be a pretty chill stream. Just like last time. I got a blanket. I got some water. I'm all snuggled up. Ooh, my fan's on. Uh-oh. Let's turn that off. It's already cool enough in here. We don't need more coolness. That wasn't supposed to be like me saying that I'm cool. More just it's getting chilly, you know. Fall is in the air. It's very exciting. I'm very excited about it. And this is going to be a chill stream. Nice and chill. So let's move over to the desktop and oh yeah, that's pretty bright, huh? Sorry about that. I don't think this website has a night mode. All right. So here's a little picture of what's going to be happening in this story. Apologies for the nudity. But and yeah, we're going to read through this story one word at a time. It is not as long as the other one that we read yesterday, I don't think, but still pretty short, still pretty cool. This is a classic Japanese folk tale, and it's referenced in a lot of anime. So being able to understand it, know what's going on, is really cool. I'm very excited about it. Also, I heard you can like hide the search bar. Just so we have more room to translate, you know. Let's not worry about it. Maybe next time. All right. Let's get started. So this probably says Momotaro. I know this is Ro. This is usually Fu or Ta in names. So I'm guessing that this is Momo. Momotaro, a popular hero from Japanese folklore. His name literally means Peach Taro. Taro is a common Japanese boy's name. It is often translated as Peach Boy. Peach Boy. Oop, let's make this text a little larger for you. More easily legible for those at home. And then I'm guessing that this is the Momo part, which is a peach. So, let's see. I haven't really learned this part of the kanji yet, but it will be in WaniKani eventually. I'm using WaniKani to learn kanji, and it is fun. Momotaro. Boom. Alright, Momotaro no Nerie? Nerie. Don't know this word. Nerie. A picture for coloring in. Coloring book. Momotaro's coloring book. There's a coloring book available for Momotaro. Nerie. I guess neri is a way to say coloring. I didn't know that. A colored in picture. Is a picture. It's also an exclamation like, eh? Which happens a lot in anime. Mukashi mukashi. You know what this means. Once upon a time. Whoop. It's always good to go back and make sure that you, catch your mistakes. It's better to do it right than do it twice. But if you do mess up, it's okay to go back and do it. Once upon a time, aru tokoro ni. Aru toko would be in a distant place. Far away. Once upon a time, far away, Oji-san to Oba-san ga sunde imashita. There lived a grandmother and grandfather. Ah, yes. Married, I assume. Oji-san wa yama e shibakari ni. So the grandfather, as for the grandfather, to the mountains, shibakari. Shibakari. Ah, shibakari. A grandfather gathered firewood in the mountains. Oba-san wa kawa e sentaku. Sentaku is cleaning, right? Laundry? I think I learned that in Duolingo. Yes. Washing and laundry. Sentaku ni ikimashita. And the grandmother washed clothing in the river. Te grandmother. This is a very elite grandmother. Yes, I read a very interesting Reddit post recently about life in olden times, and it turns out that anyone who wasn't involved in manual labor basically spent all their time making clothing because it was a very time-intensive process. And that was true even all the way up to the nobility, where queens would still, make clothing for their families. Kind of wild to think about. Ah, yes. Here, sentaku. Oba-san ga kawa de sentaku o shite iru. Let's see. The grandmother is washing the clothes, don burako. This is a sound effect, isn't it? Splash, splash. Splash, splash. Domburako. To, okina momo ga, oh gosh. Arete kimashita? Arete? Arete? Ah, no. Naga. Right. Nagareru. Nagarete kimashita. Oba-san wa kawa de sentaku o shite iru to domburako to okina momo ga nagarete kimashita. let's say, grandfather got so if we were translating this into English, we would say, one day, the grandmother was washing clothes in the river. Splish splash. Splish splash. When a large peach. So yes. Pleach, no. To stream, to flow, to drift, yes. When a large peach floated towards her down the river. I guess the better grammar would be floated down the river towards her. Aya. Aya. Ayashi is suspicious, so maybe this is Aya. Strange. Aya. Oya. No, it's Oya, isn't it? Oya. Oya. Oh my. Oya. Kore wa. This is. Good. Omiyage ni naru wa. Omiyage, I believe, is a dish. It's a present. Ah, right. The souvenir. Omiyage wa ni naru wa. She says, oh my, this would make a good present. Oh my. This would make a good present for my husband. I think for my husband is implied there. Naru wa. What is this wa doing at the end of the sentence? Wa. Kansai dialect at the end. Okay. So it's, yes. This would make a good present for my husband. Oh my. This would make a good present for my husband. We should say a very large peach. A very large peach. There's a boy in this peach. We can't just say a large peach. A large peach implies that it's like maybe the size of, I don't know, your head. But this is like a peach the size of like an exercise ball. Trying to find my round frame of reference objects. It's very difficult. Oba-san wa okina momo o hiroi agete. She picked up the large peach. Ie ni machi. No. It's mochi kairi mashita. And carried it home. She picked up the large peach and carried it home. All right, we've got a little paragraph going here, and we've just come to a decent stopping point in the story. So why don't we jump over to DeepL and just verify what we have done. Once upon a time, there lived an old man and an old woman. The grandfather went to the mountains to do his laundry. and the grandmother went to the rivers to do hers. That doesn't really make sense. Because Shibakari. I think it's going for firewood gathering. While the grandmother was watching, a big peach came floating down. Oh, this will make a good souvenir. Granny picked up the peach and took it home. Okay, we're doing pretty good. This story is a lot simpler than the one on Monday, which is good for me. I'm enjoying this. She picked up the large peach and carried it home. Soshite, and then, Oji-san to Oba-san ga momo o tabeyo. And then, the grandfather and the grandmother wanted to eat the peach. Yo, I think, is I wonder, we'll eat the peach, and momo o kite miru to, and cut the peach. Kite miru. Kiru and Miru looked to cut the peach. Nanto, how? What? Surprisingly. It's probably surprisingly. Nakakara, from the middle. Genki no yoi. Energetic and good, a baby with good energy. How do you pronounce this? It's otoko. Oh, right. That's the they made that joke in One Piece. There's a character named Toko, and she says, "Put the honorary O in front of my name," and they're like, "Otoko," and she's like, "But I'm not a boy," and it's very funny. Otoko no Aka-chan. Aka-chan is literally means red chan, but it is a baby. Babies are red. Suddenly, from the middle, high energy baby, male baby, ga tobi de shita ki mashita, flew out. Like literally just flew out. Okay. So let's see. Later, grandfather and grandmother and grandmother wanted to eat the peach, so they went to cut it open. Suddenly, from within the peach, sprang. Sprang is a good word to use for tobideshita, kimashita, sprang. Suddenly from within this peach sprang a healthy baby boy. Genki is energy, but it is also kind of health. Genki no yoi would be healthy. And then otoko no akachan would be baby boy. All right. Let's keep going. Keep going. Oh my gosh. That deserves an exclamation point. Sore wa kitto. Sore wa kitto. That is kitto, surprising. That kitto, certainly. Kitto. Kami. Kami. Kami-sama. Ah, yeah. God. Ga. Kuda. Satte. Ni. Kudasata. That's an adjective, I believe, or place. I don't know that one. Kudasata. Oh. The past tense of kudasai, or kudaru, or kusaru. Kudasaru. Oh. Kudasai is the I want verb form of this verb. Kudaru. Kusaru. Kudasaru. Kudasai. Kudasaru. And then kudasata was has given, or I gave. Ni chigai nai. Chigai nai. Not a mistake? Chigai nai. No mistaking. Yes. So this is surely a gift from God. This is, maybe we say without a doubt, a gift from God. All right. Kodomo, child. Kodomo no inakata. Kodomo inakata. Inakata was not. So, right. Iru. The kodomo no inakata oji-san to oba-san wa so that's des. So this is something. Kodomo no. The child was, as for the grandfather and grandmother, a great joy. Having a child brought the grandmother, and we haven't been capitalizing these. Yes. The grandfather and grandmother, great joy. Ah, yes. Big joy. Big joy. Let's see. O yorokobi. 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 O yorokobi. O yorokobi. Momo kara. Imare. Hamare. Te. Hamareta. From the peach grew the otokonoko, the boy. O. The boy that came from the peach, the boy that grew from the peach. Oji-san to Oba-san wa Momotaro to Natsukemashita. So the boy that came from, as for the boy that came from the peach, the grandfather and grandmother attached the name, right? A name and attached. Momotaro. They decided to name him Momotaro since he came from a Momo peach. Yeah. The name connection is very clear in Japanese. Momo, Momo. But you have to specify in English what's going on. If you want to have a good translation. Momotaro wa suku suku growing quickly. Suku. Now this, I know this kanji. Sodate? Yeah, sodate. Momotaro wa suku sodate. He grew up very quickly. Yagate, becoming. Before long. Yes, okay, before long. And this is, let me see if I remember this, how to pronounce this kanji. That is tsuyoi. Tsuyoi, strong. Tsuyoi, otoko noko ni narimashita. And before long, he became a very strong boy. Momotaro grew up quickly. And before long, he was a strong young man. So, otoko no ko, can mean, is still meaning child, but you don't really become an adult in Japan until age 20. So we could see this person as a young man, young adult, not quite a child anymore. Even though they'd still use the term otoko no ko. Sorete aru hi. And then one day, Momotaro ga iimashita. One day, Momotaro said. One day, Momotaro said, baku. I think the things that I have to look up the most are these little phrases. Boku. Onigashima. The island of the demons? Yeah. Onigashima. So this is a weird character because it's technically katakana, but it's pronounced ga apparently. Onigashima eite. Warui oni. So this is I will go to the island of the ogres. And the bad ogres, what will I do to them? Let's see. I don't think I know that second kanji yet. Exterminate. Okay. Yeah, so this is... I know I just learned this one recently, and I don't know this one. To quell. But to retreat and quell is to exterminate, apparently. One day, Momotaro said, I will travel to the island of the ogres and kill all the bad ogres. What's wrong with the ogres? They just want to live peacefully on their island, which I'm assuming has some sort of swamp. Soshite, and then, O ba-san ni kibidango. Kibidango. So this is kibidango. That's a sweet dumpling. It's. I mean, if you've seen anime, you've probably seen they usually put them on sticks of 3, or make them for like festivals. Kibidango. Kibidango. Yes. A group of children. But I guess it uses those kanji. Kibidango o tsukatte morao to. So, and then the grandmother made kibidango. Morao. Morao, isn't that to give? Oh no. Copy, please. Morao, to receive. Onigashima daka kemashita. I'm guessing the sentence means the grandmother gave Momotaro some kibidango to take on his journey to the island of the ogres. Nice. The grandmother gave Momotaro some kibidango. And we'll just call these dumplings. To take on his journey to the island of the ogres. Let's see. This is travel and en route on his journey, in the middle of his journey. Inu, dog. Inu ni deai mashita. So I'm pretty sure this is, let me make sure I'm pronouncing this correctly. Deau. Yes. That is a chance meeting. So this is on his journey, he happened across a dog. That's an English phrase that means about the same thing. He happened across a dog. Momotaro-san, doko e iku no desu ka? Where? Momotaro, where are you going? Momotaro, where are you going? Onigashima Oni, I need to memorize how to say this word. Taiji. Taiji. Okay. Interesting. So, if I'm using Wanikani mnemonics, then this is a tsunami machine. These three dots are like a tsunami, and then this is like a machine. The tsunami machine cures. Oh, I do know this one actually. Cures. Ah, yes. And G, like, as in Jesus. Jesus cures. A Jesus cures. Taiji. So a retreat cure is an extermination. To kill. I'm going to kill the ogres on the island of ogres. So you can see why this is like a popular story, because it's essentially a kid's story. Very, very non sequitur. And based on this picture, it looks like he's going to pick up a few more companions too. Sore dewa, in that case. Oh. Do I know this one? I probably do. Yeah, I should. Oh, Koshi. Okoshi. Okoshi. The waist. Counter for swords. Okoshi ni tsuketa kibidango o hitotsu kudasai na. In that case, I think this is please give me one kibidango. O tomoshimasu yo. O tomoshimasu yo. What does this mean? I'll make some noise. Otomo? Inu wa kibidango o morai? Momotaro o otomo. Oh, I'll make some noise. What the heck? Otomo, companion, attendant. I'll be your friend. Momotaro no otomo ni narimashita. Yeah, okay. So the dog says, in that case, if you feed me one of those kibidango, I will join you. So it literally says the dog received a kibidango from Momotaro and became his companion. But we can say Momotaro gave the dog a kibidango and they became friends. そして、今度は猿 is monkey. And I'm using context clues to figure that out, but I do remember saru, a monkey. 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 Kondo, this time, wa saru ni deaimashita. On his journey, he happened to cross the dog. So it means this time as in not currently, but we're going to do it this time. Let's see. Next, he happened across a monkey. Monkey. I love that meme so much. Monkey. You saved me, but why? Monkey. All right, Momotaro-san, doko e iki no desu ka? You can probably guess what that means. Onigashima e let's see, Taiji, Oni Taiji, ogre extermination. Oni Taiji ni ikunda. I'm going to... Momotaro, where are you going? I'm going to kill the ogres on the island of ogres. Yeah, you know we're going to copy-paste that. Baby. Let's see. This is the Inu, this is the Saru. Sore de wa okoshi ni tsuketa kibidango o hitotsu kudasai na. Otomo shimasu yo. In that case, if you give me one of these kibidango, I'll join you. It's the exact same scenario playing out. These animals in this area are not well fed. Soshite kondo wa, and this time, kizo. We skip the becoming friends part. Kizo, some sort of bird, I'm guessing. Kizo, a pheasant. Momotaro-san, doko e iku no desu ka? Onigashima e Oni Taiji ni ikunda. Sore de wa okoshi ni tsuketa kibidango o hitotsu kudasai na. Otomo shimasu yo. Okay. So basically, this repeats. That is not how you spell pheasant. I know it. Pheasant. So I think it's implied that he gives all these animals food. But if we're writing this for a child, then I think it's, you write it. You should write it up. Otherwise, you're going to get to this line, and they'll be like, oh, what happened with the monkey? Right? If you're reading this out loud to a kid, they're very in the moment. Every single line is important. All right. そして犬、猿、キゾの仲間を手に入れた桃太郎は、oh, excuse me. ついに、together. Okay. Just. ついにOnigashimaへやってきました. So I believe this means, and so, the dog, the monkey, the pheasant, and the pheasant, we say, and the pheasant all became friends with, well, okay, te ni irete, all joined hands with Momotaro, and they, yatte is to do, right? Yatte. Come along. Yatte kimashita. Yaru. To do. To perform. And they made the journey to the island of hookers. We should really capitalize all these I's in the islands. So, yes, nakama, companions, is a very common word in anime, especially in One Piece. It's what Luffy calls his crewmates. And I think there are people who say nakama is like a deeper meaning word, right? There's some mystical power to it. And wow, we've translated a lot of this. Wow, this is going way faster than the other one. Yeah. Okay, well, let's do little chunks. Carried it home. I want to check things in depot. So let's do this chunk. Because she picked up the large peach and carried it home is the last chunk we checked. Okay. When the father and grandmother cut the peach open to eat it, a healthy baby boy popped out from inside. This must have been given to them by God. Grandma and Grandpa, who had never had children, were overjoyed. That's probably a better way to put this. Oh my goodness, my spelling is atrocious. Let's say grandfather and grandmother were overjoyed to have a child. Named the boy Moon. Become a strong boy. Strong young man. All right. Next, let's check this. Then one day, oh yeah, and I was gonna say Onigashima is also a place in One Piece. So you've got Nakama and Onigashima. I wonder if the idea of collecting companions also rings true from here. Then one day Momotaro said, I'm going to Onigashima to kill bad demons. Wait, did they repeat it? Then he asked his grandmother to make him some millet dumplings and went to Onigashima. Alright, and then we can do this entire section, I think. This takes up to 5,000 characters, and that's only 332. On my journey, I met a canine. Momotaro, where are you going? I'm going to Onigashima to kill demons. I'll help you. So Momotaro, who had acquired a dog, a monkey, and a pheasant, all joined Momotaro. I guess Nakama o te ni ire ireta. Te ni ireta. Kind of like ire included their hands, so joined. This sentence, I believe, is not getting translated correctly, so let's try this. I'd like one of those dumplings you wear on your hip. Oh. Okoshi ni tsukate. In that case, if you feed me one of those kibidango in your satchel, well, satchel. You feed me one of those kibidango in your satchel, I will join you. He's got the satchel full of kibidango. Oh yeah. All right, we are almost at the end of the story. This is great. There's not a spell check in the text document. Onigashima dewa, at Onigashima, oni tachi, all the ogres, ga chikaku no maru, in the nearest village, from a nearby village, nusun kara nusunda. Oh, that's a word I don't know. Nusunda. They stole. Nusumu. Oh, I'm almost. I'm one level below learning this word. Nice. Nusumu. Nusunda. They stole. What did they steal? I believe this is treasure. Hobutsu. It is treasure, but it's pronounced takaramono. Takaramono. They stole treasure. Yago sao. And such things as Yago Sasao. They stole treasure and feasts, treating. Go sasao. They stole treasure and food. Narabete. 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 Oh. Naraberu? Naraberu. This is a tough one. Narabete. Well, let's try to get some more context then. Okay. This is the character for alcohol. A drinking bout. Sakamori. Sakamori no. So maybe this is after. Sakamori. Pretty sure this is a word. Matsu? So it means very. And then Saichu. Very in the middle of their party. On the island of ogres. All the ogres were celebrating, although they had stolen lots of treasure and food from a nearby village, and all the ogres were celebrating. They had stolen lots of treasure and food from a nearby village. Minna nukaru na yo. Sore kakare. Is this one again? Nukaru yo. Everyone, you've made a mistake. That. Kakare? To take. This one's tough. Let's try Deepo. See if I... Don't get wet, guys. Get on that. Wow. Okay, so this is kind of tricky to translate, isn't it? Nukaru nayo. Nukaru. Nukaru. Okay. Let's see. All right. My brain's starting to get fried. Ugh. You know what I need? I need some water. I have this entire glass of water here, and I haven't drank any of it. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Alright. I'm guessing this is the ogres saying, like, drink up, everyone. We did it. I think that's what's being said here. Gosh, this is hard. What's the deal? Don't get wet, guys. Get on that. Boy, Deep L has some problems. But yeah, okay. Let's see. Inu wa oni no o oshiri ni ka kami tsuki. Okay. The dog. Ah, right. I remember oshiri means butt. So I'm guessing kamitsuki. The dog bit an ogre's butt. Yep. Saru wa oni no senaka, back, o hikaki, climbed, I'm guessing. Scratched, oh boy. Hikaki, scratched the ogre's back. And then kizo wa kuchi, mouth, ga kuchibashi, de oni no kuchibashi. Ah, kuchibashi, with its mouth, with the beak. Kuchibashi de oni no me o tsukimashita, pecked. Yep, to peck at. Now, does that mean that this is actually Momotaro speaking? Everyone, get him. Get him. Because this could be start. Oh, okay. So I think that actually what is being said here is Momotaro shouted, everyone, this is it. Attack them. The dog ran up and bit an ogre on the bottom. The monkey leaped forward and scratched at an ogre's back. So it's important to use scratched at instead of scratched, because scratching someone's back implies that you're like giving them a massage or kind of petting them. Scratching at someone's back is more like attacking. The pheasant pecked at an ogre's eyes. So in the original Japanese, they're all one sentence, connected by ki, but here we can make it a little more separate. Let's see. Soshite, and then Momotaro mo, yes. Is this for the full pronunciation, katana. Yes, katana o huri kai, furikaishite. Let's see, furikaishite dai aberu des. Dai aberu. So he swung his sword around, and then Momotaro swung his sword around violently. Toto. I think this was a word last time too. Finally, yes, I remember this. Toto. At last, Onigashima. Right? Oni no. Oyabun. Oyabun, the boss of the demons. Ah, yes. Finally, the boss of the ogre said, we can even say, finally, the boss of the ogres said, Maita, enough. Ko santa. Maita. I give up. You win. Ko sanda, and then tasukete. What's this? Ko sanda tasukete. Yeah, that's not what it is. Ko sanda tasukete. Ko sanda. Yeah. See, it's nice that the dictionary gives you multiple options. You win. We surrender. Help. You win. We surrender. Help. Man, Momotaro is strong. Man, some One Piece spoilers here, but if the leader of Onigashima in One Piece, they haven't beaten them yet, so if the leader of Onigashima says this phrase at the end of the arc, like, okay, we know what's going on here now. Yes. Also, what are these little flaps? Is this a hat? This looks like hair. But what are these flaps? I'm very concerned. Look at them. Look at these little flaps. Can you see them? What are they? Momotaro is electrically powered, and he can plug into any standard outlet. Te o tsuite ayamarimashita. And then he joined Momotaro? I apologize. Okay. The boss fell to his hands and knees and apologized. I guess instead of help, we would say forgive us. Here. Momotaro to inu to saru to kizo wa. Momotaro and the monkey and the dog and the pheasant. Onikara tori, from the ogres they took tori ageta, took the treasure, takaramono, o kuruma ni tsunde. Kuruma ni tsunde. Guessing that's just all one verb. Kuruma ni tsunde. Packed it up on a cart. Yeah. In a car, kuruma. Kuruma ni tsunde. Genki yoku. And happily ie ni kairi mashita. Momotaro, the dog, the monkey, and the pheasant put all the ogre's treasure on a cart and happily took it all home. Oji-san to Oba-san wa Momotaro no Bougie. Safety. Momotaro no safety. Safe return. Safe appearance. Safe condition. Safe return. Oh, mite. Overjoyed. Okay. O yorokobi desu. Momotaro no Bougie na sugeta. That's really Wanikani level 22. Oh, right. Figure. Sugeta. O mite o yorokobi desu. This is why it's super important to do this sort of stuff. Like, I learned this, sugata, but I did not recognize it at first, and it's important to have, like, context. Grandfather and grandmother, where they are so full of joy, overjoyed to see Momotaro safely home. Momotaro safe. Soshite, 3人は宝物のおかげでし合わせにおかげ and 幸せ happiness. Oh, fortune and happiness, right? Blessings and happiness. So the treasure's blessing kurashi mashita tosa That's a new sentence ending. From what I have heard. Oh. We could say, it is said that with the blessing of the treasure, the three of them lived happily ever after. Oshimai. Oshimai. The end. Okay. Let's run this through Duolingo just to make sure. We've got the whole picture. Or not Duolingo, Deepal. Yep. Momotaro wields his sword in a great rage. I'm in trouble. It's Kosan. Help me. No, it's surrender. Help me. They put it in their car. And the three of them said that with the blessing of the treasure, the three of them lived happily ever after. Yes. Very good. Alright, I think Deepal missed this translation. So let's try it. I clapped my hands and apologize. Yes. Alright. That took way less time than the other one. Okay. So now let's just go through and read the story, just to make sure that all my spelling mistakes are fixed. Peach Boy. We could even call it Momotaro, the Peach Boy. Once upon a time, far away, there lived a grandmother and grandfather. The grandfather gathered firewood in the mountains, and the grandmother washed clothing in the river. One day, grandmother was washing clothes in the river. Splish splash, when a very large peach floated down the river towards her. Oh my, this would make a good present for my husband. This would make a fine souvenir. Okay. Oh my, this would make a fine souvenir. She picked up the large peach and carried it home. Later, grandfather and grandmother wanted to eat the peach, so they went to cut it open. Suddenly, from within the peach, sprang a healthy baby boy. This is without a doubt a gift from God. Grandfather and grandmother were overjoyed to have a child. They decided to name him Momotaro, since he came from a Momo, peach. Momotaro grew up quickly, and before long he was a strong young man. One day, Momotaro said, I will travel to the island of the ogres and kill all the bad ogres. The grandmother gave Momotaro some kibidanko, dumplings, to take on his journey to the island of the ogres. On his journey, he happened across a dog. Momotaro, where are you going? I'm going to kill the ogres on the island of ogres. In that case, if you feed me one of those kibidango in your satchel, I will join you. Momotaro gave the dog a kibidango, and they became friends. Next, he happened to cross a monkey. Momotaro, where are you going? I'm going to kill the ogres on the island of ogres. In that case, if you feed me one of those kibidango in your satchel, I will join you. Momotaro gave the monkey a kibidango, and they became friends. Next, he happened across a pheasant. Momotaro, where are you going? I'm going to kill the ogres on the island of ogres. In that case, if you feed me one of those kibidango in your satchel, I will join you. Momotaro gave the pheasant a kibidango, and they became friends. And so the dog, the monkey, and the pheasant all joined Momotaro, and they made the journey to the island of ogres. On the island of ogres, all the ogres were celebrating. They had stolen lots of treasure and food from a nearby village. Momotaro shouted, Everyone, this is it, attack them! Oh my gosh, I just realized that in One Piece, they're even attacking Onigashima during a celebration. That's so funny. The dog ran up and bit an ogre on the bottom. The monkey leaped? No, it would be leapt forward and scratched at an ogre's back. The pheasant pecked at an ogre's eyes. Momotaro swung his sword around violently. Finally, the boss of the ogre said, "You win, you win, we surrender, forgive us." The boss fell to his knees, hands and knees, and apologized. Momotaro, the dog, the monkey, and the pheasant put all the ogre's treasure in a cart and happily took it all home. Grandfather and grandmother were overjoyed to see Momotaro safe. It is said, it is said that with the blessing of the treasure, the three of them lived happily ever after. The end. Man, Grandma and Grandfather really struck the jackpot there. You find a peach, inside is a boy, and the boy goes and kills the bad ogres, and then all of a sudden you have lots of money. They really nailed it. Alright. Well, that was way easier than the other one. It was shorter too. But yeah, my hypothesis that at the beginning of this stream that by reading this story I would get some more anime references was 100% correct. Even if it was just One Piece. I'm just the most familiar with One Piece. I'm sure there's been lots of other stories in anime that use these ideas. But yeah, seriously, there's a lot. Wow. All right. Well, I think that's all for tonight. Thank you if you stopped by. And if you didn't, then do so next time. If you're watching this on the VOD, please join. I love talking to people. I love hanging out. And I'd love to see you in chat. So until next time, my name is Isaac Anzu, and I hope you learned something today. Goodbye.